What is up, folks? Fonz Really Fell-Handed here. Tonight we have some guest footage of ChuckyT518 in his turpits. Guys, I would like you to go down to the description box. Scroll down, you will see World of Warship Peeps. Go down and find ChuckyT. Go to his page, subscribe, love his stuff, don't like it, check it out, see what's going on over there. Now, guys, if you'd like to get your video on the channel, by all means, let me know, and I will serve it up. That being said, next week we are once again going to focus on me attempting to make educational videos. Originally, the plan was to go through, maybe do 10-15 part series on how to torpedo, how to DD in general, and then a cruiser, and then battleship, what have you. I was making the torpedo one this week when my movie editor just kind of pooped out on me, and I had spent, I don't know, an hour and a half on it. So needless to say, I was a bit put out. So long story short, we did not go back and make it again and then serve it. We just kind of had someone else's video up, what have you. So anyway, expect that to come next week. Also, guys, don't forget, next week, Monday through Friday, next week only, stream starts and ends 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so let's get back to the game here, folks. The Tier 7 German Premium, the turpits, firing here on this gentleman. Well, receiving some fire here first, trying to get our lead right. Now, I have heard a lot of mixed reviews on this ship. I heard a lot of folks say they love it. I heard a lot of folks say they don't love it. Wow, look at that dispersion. I thought you could only get that off the Congo. But you know what? That's RNG for you, folks. It can't all be Shakespeare. So we're kind of coming about right now, already lining up our next target. And this is exactly what you want to be doing, guys. You want to have your next target ready, raring to go. We're going to go send it at that gentleman right there. And we just happened to catch those rounds at the perfect time. Did a little damage right there to that gentleman. 9K so far. And we do have torps. These are kind of like the old crap torps, as they are called. These are the emergency torpedoes that if somebody gets too close or gets around an island within striking distance, you can lay the hammer down. But for the most part, we are going to kind of use the cannons here. There may be some torping. I don't know. I like to be surprised. Good kill there for Chucky. Really made it happen. Now, guys, this particular vessel has super firing guns on the fore and aft. Super firing means stacked one on top of each other, essentially. That way you can fire at two forward targets at the same time. And what this kind of translates to is if you're bow on or stern on, you'll still have a decent amount of guns. It's not necessarily like the Iowa, for say, who has super firing 4 guns and 1 aft turret. So you're kind of more inclined to bow tank people. Oh my Jesus, that was a good hit. Wow. That guy's going to feel that in the morning. 43,000 damage so far. Going to the top of the map there, top of the board. 1 down for the enemy. And you know what? Chucky aims to make it more than that. I have a feeling. Now, we are detected, which is normal. If you're in a battleship, you have to expect 2 things. To be detected, spotted the entire match, and or be on fire the entire match. A good little broadside shot right there to that gentleman. Let's see if we can throw it and if it connects and what exactly happens. Wow. We walloped the crap out of him. Excellent, excellent shot. Really putting some numbers up on the board here, folks. 66,000. The match isn't but a few minutes old. Really going out here and laying into these people. I mean, it is getting pretty ugly, and I have a feeling it is going to get more ugly. Just gently touched that gentleman right there. Didn't really put much on him, but you know what? That's fine. It happens. It's RNG. Like I said previously, folks, you can't expect to go out here and have perfect dispersion, perfect RNG every single shot. Fired at that gentleman right there. Did not happen for us. He already got taken out, but that's fine. Not a big deal. And we're just going to kind of throw it at that fella. Not really expecting to hit anything, but you know what? We had half the guns loaded. Might as well throw it, no problem there. Still not within torp distance right here. Now we're going to kind of back off a little bit because we're kind of literally rocking a hard place type situation here. This gentleman right here is kind of bow tanking us. We're going to see if we can't possibly get in between those guns there on the bow. It looks like we didn't do a whole lot. And a lot of times, unless you can really overmatch, you're not going to do a whole lot. And that's just how it is. If it was in Iowa, or maybe it just boils down to RNG again. I mean, perhaps they're kind of along the same lines. But in this case, it just didn't happen for us. This gentleman is angled up slightly. Let's see if it helps him there. Not really a lot happening right here. Oh my lord, he is in torp range. Here we go, we're doing this. Pretty excited. You guys know I'm a DD guy. I enjoy torping. Chucky's got one set out in the water there at 4. Shot down the fighter plane. Bravo for the deck gunners. Good thing his deck gunners can hit anything, because most people's deck gunners don't hit anything. Wow, we laid into him on the side right there. It looks, the torps are looking kind of good there. And no, it looks like he kind of split the uprights. We do have torps kind of coming to us inbound. We go ahead and throw the rudder over hard right. Making a lot of dodging here happen. A secondary is going off non-stop. We've got the left torps here loaded in the bay, and that I don't have to be a fortune teller to tell you that is the end of that gentleman right there. It was so close that it almost looked like he was going to take that first set. He really had to duck, dodge, and dip and dive to not take the first set. Wow. What a game so far, guys. 6 digits, 100,000 damage. We've got torp hits, we've got kills, we've got citadels, we've got secondary hits, incapacitation. I mean, we've got everything across the board. Any kind of flag you want, minus capture, we've got it. We're really making moves out here. Top of the map there, top of the board, excuse me. 3 down for the friendlies, and a lot down for the bad guys. 5 down for the bad guys. This is kind of the part where things become to get incrementally harder for the bad guys, because they have so many enemies to kind of go out there and have to deal with. And for the most part, the bad guys do not have eyes out there on the field. Wow, and they just lost another one. Wow, this match is kind of a little bit one-sided here, folks. Not gonna lie, call it like it is. I mean, wow, they are just whipping the tobacco juice out of these folks. Not really sure what's going on here. This gentleman thinks he is safe. I believe he is, however, in fact, not so safe, because when those connect, it's probably going to hurt. Looks like they missed. He kind of split the uprights there, went in between the rounds, or better yet, maybe the rounds went in between him. Either way, it didn't really happen. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. Well, it looks like we hit him a little bit. Not noticeable enough to where we saw a real big change as far as the damage goes. Still running AP here. Well, we're waiting for the big juicy targets. Now it's kind of getting back down to where it's more or less evened up. It's a 4v3 type situation. So anything can happen, folks, and this is good. This is good for us, and the reason being is, in order to go out here and make it happen and get all this damage, your team has to do good, but not too good. Because if they do too good, they're going to kill everything. And if they don't do good enough, you're going to die while you're trying to get all this damage. So is a very fine line. This gentleman to the 12 o'clock has full health. OMG, we are excited. I can just sense the anxiety and trepidation and excitement in Chucky right now. He's lining up to give him the business here, and let's see what happens. It doesn't look good for this gentleman, because Chucky has really been on a roll, literally, and just back-to-back, just absolutely taking people down. Didn't really do much on the connect. A little bit disappointing. It's okay. We're coming around there. We tried to turn into his shot because you know what? We don't want to lose any more health. And now we're reloading, and we're either going to do one of two things. We're just going to fire the two four guns, or we're going to go ahead and turn sideways. And that's typically what your BBs do. And what I'm referring to by sideways, guys, is I mean kind of firing through the turn and then squaring back up with them. This is a common tactic, and it's kind of what we're doing right here. In order to kind of get all your guns on target, you kind of give them the broadside a little bit, and you start turning immediately as soon as you get there so you can square back up. Let's see if this connects. It's not going to be a good look for this guy if anything hits. It doesn't manage to kill him. We are burning, and Chucky is wisely not using the repair kit. That's a good thing, because if you've ever driven a battleship, you know it burns, and there's a high chance you're going to burn some more, because I believe we were fighting a British BB, and those things can really, really, really make people burn. 115,000 damage there. 4v2 type situation. This gentleman is literally much like Bon Jovi, living on a prayer. If we can connect with him, it is going to be lights out for him. This gentleman over here, though, to our 2 o'clock, however, is a whole different animal. He has a lot of health to just come out here and shut us down. And that is kind of not a good look for us. But this guy over here is really, like, I'm not even in the game, and he is getting on my nerves. He needs to die, and we need to make it happen. He's being a little wily, but at the same time, he can't really turtle up, because if he does, then he knows they're going to lose the game. And boom, we got him. Good. Defended ribbon, off the map. Now it is a 4v1 type situation, and there is a ton of health up for grabs. This guy is giving us the broadside. We're going to go ahead and take it. Chucky angles up. It didn't really work out a whole lot for us. We still took quite a bit of damage there off the front, but you know what? That's fine. Sometimes, you know, they just get lucky on their RNG, happen to overpin you, what have you. Blur. At any rate, we're going to line this guy up again. We're going to see what we can do. He's taken multiple rounds. He's got a lot coming in for him. Speaking of defensive type measures, we still have a health kit. We still have some health. You know, we're not dead in the water yet. I mean, we're still very, very much in the fight. And we just kind of need to go out here and make our presence known. 132,000 damage. Really, really making it happen out here, guys, in the Turpets. This is with no modifications of any kind. This is a bare bones Turpets, is what I am told. And he is really giving it all it is worth. Oh, and there we go. We got a high caliber. He hit that gentleman very, very tough. 140,000 damage. Not within torp range yet, but you know what? I'm going to share something with you. I don't think this guy is long for this world. He better begin to pray for his dear and fuzzy Lord, because if we can get another shot, we are most certainly going to end him. Took a little bit off of him there. We're going to go ahead and fire the stern super firing guns, and we get the kill. Amazing, amazing footage. Chucky went out there. He made it happen. A lot of opposition. He fought his way through. Amazing, amazing footage. 148,000. Really made it happen, folks. Almost 500,000 silver. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.